Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Oh Heck Nah, a Naked and Afraid podcast. Get ready to have some fun with Malorie Ann and Debbie V, the armchair survivors that know nothing about surviving, but yet each week we give you tips on how to get on the show, critique the survivalist, and give you a little bit of our inside information. And sometimes we even talk with actual survivalists from the show. So get in your boma and let's have some fun. Hey Debbie, I am a little out of sync because I have all these conspiracy theories going through my head, and we didn't record last week because my dad was sick, but I'm happy to report he's doing better. And me and you haven't even chatted that much. How are you doing?
I'm good. My sister was here this week from San Antonio. So she'll be leaving. But it was a busy week. It was a real busy week.
It was a busy week. Well, we changed the format of the show. We're giving people updates on casting. And I want to talk about, we're going to get right into the show. We're going to talk about Patrick on this week's episode. I think he was really interesting. You know, he's a professional athlete. And you notice that. And he's very flippant. He doesn't mind speaking his mind, and I'm pretty sure that any kind of casting that he did, he was like, well, if people don't like me, I don't care. I mean, even on his Facebook page, he's like, hey, watch the show or don't watch it, I don't care. So he's not trying to be, cocky. I think he's just naturally cocky. So if you're going to, submit to the show, just be you. And if you're cocky, be cocky. If you're sweet and innocent, be sweet and innocent. That's what I think. What do you think, Debbie?
Yeah, I think be yourself. They're probably looking for that anyways,
That's what I think. I'm not 100% sure. But I also noticed that on his little intro, there was a picture of his naked bottom. So hey, it doesn't hurt to throw some naked pictures in there, just, for them to know that you're comfortable being naked.
That's true. Because you're going to be naked.
Yes, I mean, I'm not getting naked, and we're going to have to get a lot more followers before we get naked. And I'm going to have a real big screen, but we might do it if we get enough followers and likes. So please make sure you like and follow, because this season we have so many surprises coming. I can't tell you what they are, but I have a surprise guest that's very controversial coming up. So, and we have some other surprises, so just get ready for it. But let's talk about the opening. When they walk onto the show, I won't ever forget that, I was watching and I was like, that kind of sounds like some stripper or pornographic music. And I was like, that doesn't sound right. Did you like the music or you didn't like it?
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I was like, and maybe they've done it before, but this time, I don't know. Maybe we didn't notice. I noticed a lot, but this time it seemed a little bit too much. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. And I was like, oh,
she was beautiful.
She's beautiful, but I realized, we got to stop, judging them on their bodies. We want to judge them, on their skills, their personality, the actions that they take. And I think this was a really interesting show, Debbie. What did you think about it?
I did. I was surprised, and I was kind of excited because I didn't know what world. Let me see that. What is he called? World.
Patrick?
Yeah.
What did you say?
What's his title? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
He's a professional athlete?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what I have no idea what words you're talking about.
Never.
But you got to remember that since we're doing video now, we can't edit. So
oh, my God.
There's no editing now, remember?
No.
But talking to Patrick.
Okay.
Yeah, Patrick.
No, not Patrick. I mean Patrick, but sports athlete. Is that what you said?
Yes, a sports athlete.
Yes. I was excited to see how that was going to play in this.
Yeah,
episode.
I was really interested in him because when he's on the truck, did you notice that his shirt were hot dogs and he had on a fanny pack and he had the bandana, and I was like, this guy is funny. I was like, he has personality already. And I knew it, when they were doing his opening, Debbie, since he's a nomad, did you wonder about his sex life? Because I did.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? Oh my gosh. And then when he said that he has a lot of one night stands and it's going to be weird waking up with a woman, I was like, oh no, he didn't. He doesn't even care. He gives 2 F's.
I was like,
he don't give anything. Oh my gosh.
Well, while he's traveling, maybe. But I'm like, okay, or is that a joke or not? So, but
no, I don't think he's joking. I think he does the one night stands. I think he just speaks his mind. And I'm gonna call him some names. I think he's cocky. I think he's a little bit of an ass. But you know what? I don't think he cares at all. I don't think he cares. And I like that about him. So he might be a little bit of an ass, but you know what? I like it. And their intro was very awkward. When they first met each other, like she was kind of like, and he was kind of like, you could tell that she was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah. And what did you think about Patrick saying he's in a committed relationship with nature?
Not much. Not much.
You didn't think anything about it?
No, because from what I see, I could hear that. I could see that a lot, or people imply that a lot, and then that's not the case ever. So.
Oh, you thought he was like over exaggerating?
Yeah, like okay.
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah, and you could tell from the very beginning. I mean, from the very beginning, I couldn't put my finger on it, but we'll have to ask Malorie. But from the very beginning, they didn't like. I mean, like they were bumping heads or something from the very beginning. Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go.
And this is new to you.
Yeah. A little. In the recent episodes, everybody was having good communication, getting along, and I was like, something's going on here.
Yeah, not everybody can be team silly. I mean, there was definitely a little bit of awkwardness and
right from the beginning. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. So they didn't have fire on day 1. They actually did have fire, but the rain put it out like right away. And that's like the worst. Not having fire, not having water on the first day. They're going in hard, and I already feel bad for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a bad way to start.
Yeah, I was a little worried because he has so much techie stuff. He has sponsors. He has a lot of money. He's testing the best gear, and now he has no fire, no water, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna tap. That's what I thought.
Well, I wonder myself, what makes a good survivalist? Is it them lasting the 21 days, or is it how they survived out there, or what are people really looking for in a survivalist?
I think we all have different things that we want. Some people want to see the drama. Some people want to see them get along. Some people want to see real survivalist skills. And so this one was really interesting because he has the endurance. You saw his feet in the opening. I mean, he's definitely a bad A, but he always uses gear, hence the name of the show. So I really did like it. I thought it was a little confusing, the editing, because she woke up. They said it was 6:54. Her hair was braided. She had made a bra and a skirt. I was like, this girl. But they didn't show any of it. But I was like, this girl is almost fully dressed.
Is that makeup?
I know. I was like, what is going on? But then they showed their bug bites. And it's real. Mm-hmm. I mean, I saw her bug bites and I was like, oh my God.
Terrible. Mosquitoes at that. I mean, there's tons of bugs, but terrible.
Yeah, and I really hate it when they do those really bad cuts because, they showed her in the morning, her hair's French braided, she looks like she's, taking care of herself, but then they cut to her doing the diary cam and her hair's all messed up and
I know,
she's dirty.
I was like, did she comb her hair?
Yeah, I'm like, so what's going on here? Right. Well, let's talk about the awkwardness in the open field. So Patrick's making markers, he's cutting the trees, and that's really smart. And then Malorie seems like she's being stubborn. She's like, come on, let's get out here to the field. He's like, I don't know if we're going the right way. Mm-hmm. And it's just more of that bumping heads. What did you think?
Well, first of all, I've never seen anybody do that. I did think that was a good idea.
Yes, and I've always kind of wondered that. But he was smart with it. I mean, I think he was smart with it. I have to give him props on that one. But, he was kind of like, I don't want to do this, but he still went. I will say that. He still went. But what about when Malorie went out to the field? Was she being stubborn or was she being smart? Because she went to go get the palm frond. He's like, I'm not getting bit by those mosquitoes. Do what you do. And she went out there and tried to get it, but she didn't get it because she gave up too. Smart or stubborn?
No, I think it's smart.
You think it was smart to try to get that?
Mm-hmm. right away.
I agree with you. I think it's smart, but I'm going to tell you something. You know, and I know that our butts would have been back in the back with Patrick. Like, let that girl do it. Shoot. She wants to be bold,
Go on
but
with
I'm
your
going to be
bad
back
self.
here. Yes, but we would have been in the jungle like Patrick, looking at her like, let's see if she gets that part.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes,
Right?
Go ahead. I thought it was a little weird that he left her, though. I mean, all jokes aside, I thought it was a little bit weird, but I think it might have been a little bit smart. I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But I think it was really funny, though, and I thought it was really funny. I'm about to make fun of my girl. I thought it was really funny when he was like, come on, let's go. And she goes the wrong direction. And it's kind of like, you know how like when you're storming off and they're like on the TV, they're like, but this is your house because you look dumb, but you just want to storm off. And she stormed off in the wrong direction. I was like, oh, no, not my girl, because I love her. And I'm like, oh, man.
That was good. That was funny.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And I thought it was really funny. The editing was really weird this time because remember when they were eating the green stuff? They were like crunching on it. Mm-hmm. But that didn't make that noise. They had just boiled it. There's no lettuce in the world. Like it would have to be crisp, brand new lettuce to make that crunching sound. So that was way over the top. And he was just like, is something bothering you? So they made it seem like really awkward. Like crunch, 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 and then...
Do you hear that noise?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they were so cute when they got the fire. I mean, like, they were so happy. And it seemed like they made up a little bit. What did you think about the relationship overall?
To the whole thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely feel they started off a little rough. After, the recent episodes, I think communication is a big key, and I don't think they really had it at the beginning, and I think once they did get there, it falls into place that you're going to survive together, and it's going to be a team, and, I mean, they weren't bathing each other, but, they came together.
They were bathing each other. I could tell. I really want to kind of cut the episode short. I did think that he looked really handsome, kind of dirty, and I was like, oh, he looks kind of good dirty. And I was like, so I would rewind it, I would watch it over and over again, the way I normally do. And then I noticed something, Debbie.
What?
I noticed that they really didn't show the knife that much, or her having the knife. And I noticed, like, her being overly mad when they weren't showing him being upset. And, he's a professional. And I know that she's Latina, and we're going to ask her, but I know she is, and I know that she probably went off way more than what they're showing. Like, the editing was off, and I just watched it over and over and over. I literally watched this episode about 20 times, and I think I have a theory, and I want to share it with you, but I could be wrong, but I'm going to share it with you. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think that they are going to have Patrick back on the show. So they didn't show him being a difficult partner because they're going to use him again. And I think he's probably out right now.
Shut up.
I think he's out right now because he made a post, and it was later deleted, I believe, because I looked for it. But he was like, watch my episode or don't. If you need to contact me, I'm going to be out again, and contact so-and-so. I'm not even going to be able to see my episode of Naked and Afraid. And I'm just like, why wouldn't you be able to see it?
That. Yeah.
But then the post was gone, or I can't find it, or maybe I need to wear tin foil on my head. I know I need to put some foils on my hair and get my hair done did, but maybe I'm crazy. But I think he's out right now, and I think they're probably going to put him. I'm guessing, but I'm sure that they're going to put him with the man, because he seems so. Reading in between the lines, I think he was way more mean than what they showed. Like, I don't think he was that great of a partner. And not because he's a bad person, just because he's used to being by himself. And I think that I think they have a plan. I think it's a long con. I think they're going to put him out there again, make it even worse this time, and with a partner that is not as great as Malorie. That's my theory.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's my theory. I think the editing was way too much editing. And I can tell that a lot more was going on in that show. And we have an interview coming up with Malorie. We're going to find out what... Yes, we're going to find out what really went down. And I predict that it's going to be a lot worse than what we expected or what we saw. I completely believe it. But I like Patrick. I mean, that's the weird thing, is that I like him. Did you like him?
I think that'll make for a good show too, because I did think that exactly, the exact same thing. He's used to being by himself. Well, I mean,
yes.
it was portrayed that way, but you know, and not good communication at first. So yeah, to be paired less like this time around, yeah, it'd be interesting who he would be paired with and how that would go. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I did feel like it was a lot of editing too. You know, because I'm a pro.
You couldn't even remember his name. What? You were like,
it's been a long week.
It's been a long week. I still don't know what you were saying in the beginning. But y'all listen to my conspiracy theory. We're going to talk to Malorie. We're going to drop it in right after this. I'm telling you, she's going to drop some knowledge. I know that she's going to give up a little dirt. She has to give up a little dirt, right, Debbie?
Something, yeah. She will.
All right. Well, this episode was your first kind of like conflict episode. Did you like it, or did you like the Team Silly more?
Oh.
Putting you on the spot.
I like Team Silly. I like when they work together. I do. Mm-hmm. I like the drama, like how's it going to play out or whatever. Mm-hmm. But as far as Naked and Afraid, I always want to see everybody, make it till the end. And I believe that you got to, do it together. It's better if you do it together. So
that's 100% true.
I don't know.
I think, listen, I love Team Silly as the best partnership ever around. And I love Lily and I love Sam, even though I've never talked to Lily, but I have talked to Sam. But this is the thing. They're weird. I mean, how in the hell can you find two people that are so freaking nice? Like, I mean, they're so nice. I mean, that's not common. That's rare.
That's
so
true.
they're not common people. So
it's not always going to be like that.
It's not always going to be like that. I can't even see how they managed to do it. They're just so super. They were just like meant for each other. That's odd. That's like finding true love. You don't find true love very often. So get ready for some more controversy. I think that the next episode is going to be a sausage fest, as the guys say. But that's because they're classy. They're classy. They have Andrew Shade there, and he's classy. Chris is classy. I don't know the other two guys, but I bet you they're all going to get along. And I'm going to say this is a class act, and there's not going to be any conflict next one.
You don't think so?
I don't. I just think that if Andrew Shade is involved, it's going to be classy.
Yeah. We'll laugh for sure.
We'll laugh for sure. Yeah. I hope he does a cartwheel. But anyway, we're out. Please stay tuned for Malorie's one-on-one interview. It's going to be good. Tell me what you think about our conspiracy theory. I think I'm right. I hope I'm right. Or I just look stupid. I don't want to look stupid. I'm Malu, and I'm out.
I'm out.
We got to work on our endings. That's what we say every time. It's because we don't want to stop talking. I don't know what's wrong with us. Okay, so we have a woman for the first time on Oh Heck No, a Naked and Afraid podcast. And I got to tell you guys, it's really changed my perspective on things. And I just want to get started with you, Malorie. How are you doing? You're doing great, right?
I'm doing awesome.
Yes. Okay.
Awesome.
I have an apology to all women and to you because, like I said, having you on the show made me really start thinking. And I watched your episode, and did you notice when you were undressing, they kind of had some boom chicka wow wow music? Did you notice?
I somebody told me that. I guess I didn't really pay attention. I was more like. And then.
What was your dad like? Were your parents and your brother? What about your brother? Did your brother give you a hard time? I can only imagine. I'm kind of in love with them.
Yeah, I have 5 brothers. So yeah, they're like, they're like, are we supposed to just see your butt on TV? And my dad's like, it's kind of weird me inviting, friends over for a watch party to see you naked on TV.
And how did you take it? Like, were you nervous about the naked? I know you were nervous on the show, but having them watch it, did it make you even more nervous?
Nah. I figure my ass is already out there. Oh, well.
All right, Debbie, take your clothes off.
Yeah.
I'm going. Okay, let's go.
But no, I do want to apologize because on our first episode, we kind of rated the bodies. We were new at it, and now we kind of realize having you on the show, we're like, we're women. We don't need to do that. So just a little quick apology, and I'm going to hand it over to Debbie because Debbie has a lot of things she wants to ask you.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Well, I'll start with, because I had seen right away you were like from San Antonio.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll see what I can hear in her voice. So we didn't know if you were Latina or not. And I was telling Malu, and I was like, I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I finally heard her say, ay, these mosquitos.
You know what?
And I was like,
why didn't they show every time I called him a pendejo?
I snorted.
I was hoping they'd at least let that come out one.
Oh my gosh.
I thought, oh, maybe she's saying it under her breath or whatever. That's hilarious.
I did notice you were like, hey, Trick. And I was like, oh, she's a good Latina. I was like, hey, Trick, we're all Latinas in the house. I'm Latina, Debbie's Latina, and we're just so happy to have a bad A Latina in the house, right, Debbie? Say some Spanish.
Amen.
Yeah, because sometimes
Not me.
he would get me a story, and I was like, híjole, este pendejo.
Oh my, yeah, we kept waiting. I thought, no, I didn't hear anything. And then when I finally heard it, I'm like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. So we want to start with some questions. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I have a lot of questions for you. I think, like, right now, you just gave me a little hint that you call him pendejo, and they did not show him as a big of an ass as he really was.
No,
and I don't mind saying it. No, I knew it.
No.
I knew it.
They made him look nice.
Yes, I knew it.
I wondered.
And I noticed, like, when you were cutting the fish,
a little bit better, but I've never had to bite my tongue so much in my life.
Why did you?
Well, because they say we're not supposed to hit.
Oh.
And I knew I let myself get too angry. I knew what was going to happen now.
You seem so much like my Latina cousin, and I was like, she's more feisty than that. She's a single woman. She is strong, and I think they kind of portrayed you a little bit like they were like, yeah, she only wanted to do what she wanted to do, and I was like, no. Trust me, she wanted to go way further than that. Am I right?
Oh, I did. They didn't show it.
Yeah. See, we think that a lot. Yeah.
And so there was even this one time where I'm like, first of all, he would never let me sleep. And I thought that they would show that because he's always waking me up. Like, always. Like, and I barely slept because he would be like, do you ever sleep? So he knows I barely slept. And then as soon as he'd see me doze off, he'd wake me up. So I'd wake up and I was like, does it bother you to see me sleep?
Oh my God.
So one time I finally fall asleep, right? And this piece of fire just comes, or a little coal or whatever just comes and burns me. So I wake up and I go, what the F? And I was like, I thought he threw it on me. I thought he burned me. And he's in this little corner of his face. He's like, I swear I didn't do it. He saw me do it. Like, he saw me do it. He saw me do it. Like, I promise. I swear I didn't do it.
Oh my gosh. I knew it because of the knife. He never let you have the knife. He never let you have the knife.
Oh, no. You don't even want to know the half of it.
Or did he?
You don't want to know the half of it. So there was even one part where I caught the biggest piranha that we had. They didn't show him. It was a big old piranha, and he was already complaining, saying I was fishing too much. And so when I caught it, I wasn't going to ask him for his knife, so I was like, I don't need his stupid knife. And I got the piranha like alive, and I literally just ripped his head off. And I was like, I'll just do it myself. And there's no rocks. There's no rocks in the jungle. There's no rocks in the water. So then I used my nails, and I just freaking pinched and pinched. I opened it up, and I was able to gut it and rinse it off. And I still went and cooked it and shared it with him.
I knew it. I knew it because I was like, I could tell by the knife. You hardly ever had the knife. No. And then I'm like,
so let me tell
how
you
is she doing that?
So let me tell you this. The trap, the first trap I made was a snare trap. It was the L and the 7. But it didn't work because he took his knife away from me and I wasn't able to finish carving it. And then it looks like, when I lost my hook, comes out, it was actually him that cut it off. On my trap. I didn't do it on my trap. So good thing, and that's good for me to know, just for the fact that I know that there isn't an animal, because I know I tied it on there good. It wasn't going to go anywhere. So
you looked bad.
But he lost it.
Oh.
He lost it.
They made it seem like it was your fault.
Yeah, I didn't use that. It was not me. And I need to make that clear.
I don't want to get into my conspiracy theory, but I have a conspiracy theory to share with you, Mallory, and I'm gonna wait till the very, very end.
Okay.
I'm gonna let Debbie get some of it because my conspiracy theory is so big that I don't even want to get into it. But I'm gonna, before I give it over to Debbie. So at first you had your mama's covered up with the thing, and then by the end of it you didn't.
I was like,
is it just because you got comfortable?
She's like, yeah.
I liked it. Well, okay, go ahead, Debbie.
Okay, so I have a couple questions here. So yes, right from the beginning when you guys started going out, it's like from right then and there. He wanted to go one way, you wanted to go another. Like you guys butt heads instantly. Was it really like that? Because we never know.
So
like,
that
how you're
was
saying
the beginning
with the editing.
Yeah, so that was the beginning. But believe it or not, that was actually not the first time we butted heads. So right before that, as we were walking in, he's walking by a palm, and I go and I pull the pom because I'm seeing to see if maybe I can find a snake as we walked in. Well, all of a sudden, if I'm not mistaken, it was a rabbit that jumps out, and he just jumps up and like he's scared. He's like, ah! He jumps up, and I bust out freaking laughing my ass off. And he just looks at me, and I think that was like instant for him. He's like, she's gonna get it from me.
Oh, he got mad. Oh my goodness.
Pick the spot. He wanted it right there by the water, and I'm like, first of all, if it rains a lot, we're gonna get flooded out. Second of all, the mosquitoes are even worse. Let's go a little higher up.
And the
We're
water.
not too far from the water. And not only that, but the way the trees work, the framework was already built for us. We just had to build onto it. And so I told him, like, tell me why your spot is better. And then if you can make it sound better, then by all means, I'll go to that one.
Right.
It made no sense.
You end up staying where you wanted to?
Yes.
Then you guys went further out. Okay.
Yeah, so we went, and we weren't too far from the water. We were just at a little higher elevation and not right by the water.
Okay. All right. What do I have here? Oh my God, the mosquitoes look so bad. So bad.
Like there's no.
You guys
it was worse than it looked. Seriously worse than it looked. Yes, I mean, I'm talking about there's times where you just go like this and then they're instantly on you again, and there's no getting away from it. No matter what you do, there's no getting away from it. They're just covered in you. They're biting you. There's no hiding somewhere. It's just ongoing. And then we're like, okay, let's cover ourselves in mud. A thick mud. They're still getting us, and now the mud's like drying and cracking on you. And,
nothing helps. Nothing helps.
These plants. Let's rub these plants on us. Nothing. No. And it was so hard to start a fire because everything in the jungle is so wet. Everything's wet. Think about it. If everything's wet, you cannot start a fire. And I know.
So how long did it take you to start the fire?
You know what? I've been starting fires forever. It is hard to start a fire when everything is wet and so
that's true.
fast.
Yeah.
And
so it took you a good while, right? Yeah. It took you a good while, right?
It did.
Or was it
so the first night
the
I
next
started
day?
The fire. I don't know if you saw that, but the first night I started the fire, and right when I finally got it going, it just started pouring. And then the extreme of those storms, because those storms were bad. You can hear the trees falling around you, and it's just like pouring. So, and then it was funny because, we're freezing at this point, 50, 60 degrees. This is south of the equator. We're cold, and we're both freezing. And he looks at me, and he's like, body heat?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So what'd you say?
So then I was like, okay, so I'm cold. I had Hashimoto's disease. I would take 7 pills a day just for that.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay,
so you're cold.
You can. Kind of goes and sits behind me, and I'm there thinking like, hell no, this dude ain't gonna spoon me. I was like,
wait, I thought he was cute when he got dirty. Not when I first saw him, but when he was dirty, he was cute.
Farting. But that's a whole different story. But so yeah, I'm laying there, and he's behind me, and I'm like, I can't do this. I get up, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, can I spoon you?
Ooh, what'd he say? What'd he say?
He's like, okay.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, so that's the rest of the night went with me behind him.
Are you friends or not friends?
So we're acquaintances.
Yeah.
So we have each other on Instagram, not on Facebook. We never comment on each other's things. We just know we know each other's there. At the end, we did get along.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can tell, I mean, we're both put into a really hard situation, not knowing each other, you know. But at the same time, certain things in my mind were just still there. Like, nah, I already know you at your worst.
Yeah. Yeah. It tells a lot. The only thing I know for a fact, and I don't know if Debbie noticed this, but all I know for a fact about the editing is that the editing was horrible. They cut a lot of stuff out. You did a lot of your diary cams where you're standing up with your hair down all at one time. But I know that the show was real because, girl, you lifted up with your arm. You had the armpit hair. And I was like, what? I was like, my hair would probably be down to here, but it was just a little bit. And I was like, were they really there for 21 days?
We
that was
were
21
there
days
for
of hair.
21 days. It was miserable. But but I did get my body waxed before I went.
Oh, the wax.
That's a good idea.
So, and it was because I had a photo shoot before.
What kind of photo shoot?
So I was like, oh crap, I probably should use the hair. It'd be better with the hair, but I'm going to do this photo shoot, and I don't think the photographer is going to want me all furry. You know?
Oh, I was questioning you. I was like, her underarm hair is not long enough. And I was just like, no, surely she was there 21 days.
But yeah, it was 21 days. There was one day I remember that we didn't get to eat because the fishing was really slow. And towards the evening, I ended up catching one fish. And I went ahead and I told him, you can have it. He goes, are you sure you don't want half of it? I go, no, you know, you can. He had traveled out farther outside, you know, into the jungle than I did that day. And I was like, he's wasted more calories. So I was like, no, go ahead. So I went without eating that day and that night. And I gave my one fish to him. But,
that's so nice.
Not that he's 100% deserved it. Oh, but it's just who I am, you know. I just like, I can't be like that.
I would like to know, don't mean to jump ahead. So it said that you have 2 jobs. So I would like to know, when do you fish? When do you go hunting and fishing at home? Okay. I'm like, wait, they just said you had 2 jobs.
Okay, so first of all, kids. I have 50-50 custody with my ex-husband. I was with my ex-husband for 21 years. So he gets him a full week, I get him a full week. And in between, I still get to go see him and pick him up and enjoy them just like he gets to, just because I know we both miss them, right? So we do the 1 week on and 1 week off. Well, that 1 week that I don't have my kids, I'd be wilding out. You know,
she said it.
Out in the woods somewhere.
Oh my gosh! I just feel like she could have been in El Paso in our crew, Debbie. She could have been in El Paso in our crew because we're from El Paso. Or not? That's where me and her met, and we hung out when we were young and tender. And you definitely could have hung with us because we did some wild out stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was good.
And then you gut stuff yourself. Didn't they say that you gut stuff? You gut the animals yourself?
I did the beginning to end, girl. The beginning to end. And I have my own dens. I go on my hunts. I can skin my animals myself. Usually I'm with one of my outdoorsman crew, and we all do it together, you know. But but I can get out there by myself, and I can do the whole beginning to end on my own. And I make these meals for my kids. Just yesterday, I made, was it yesterday? Day before. I made the fish that I caught the day before that. Never frozen. Just, I went and I
nice and
put
fresh.
It out on white bass, and I made an amazing meal the day after.
I believe you. I 100% believe you. What do you want to do? Like, so you were on the show. Some people try to parlay that into some kind of entertainment field. Some of it just a little one and done. Some of people get addicted to it. What do you want to do?
Well, when I was first on the show, like challenge, the first thing they said is, would you do another one? I was like, hell to the effing no. And then a couple of weeks later, I'm like, it wouldn't be so bad to do another one. And I guess I started, forgetting about all the pain that I went through. Not all of it. I still have a thorn embedded in my butt cheek.
I heard you say that.
I brought the jungle back home with me, and there's no taking it out. It's in there. But
oh my God,
wow,
the plumpies. Oh my goodness.
But
well, do you want to go into entertainment? What do you want to do?
You know, I'm open for whatever. I'm just like, you know, I'm going with the flow. If doors open for me, great. And if they don't, well, I still have everything that I've had before the challenge.
That's right. Memories forever. You are officially a Bad A forever. There's something in the water in San Antonio because the Black Cowboy lives in San Antonio, so I might have to move there. Do you know the Black Cowboy personally? Have you seen him?
No.
Oh, no. Well,
I don't know.
You don't know the Black Cowboy?
Is he like this guy in underwear?
No, the Black Cowboy is Jermaine Jackson.
Oh.
He was on the last episode of Frozen. You might have been in the field when it was on. The Black Cowboy lives in San Antonio, and he's like one of the best on the whole show.
I didn't know that.
Oh, we're gonna have to hook them up there because he's. And there's somebody else from San Antonio, the guy that was on the show right before you from San Antonio.
Justin, I do know Justin.
You do know him.
We met not too long ago. I've never met him in person. I'm assuming.
Okay.
He seems cool as shit.
Yeah, but, he does seem cool. The MMA badass.
It would just be hard if, somebody was like at tit level or something,
She gets me. Our first
That's what she
meant. Gets me. I was like, oh my God. Well, you have any other questions, Debbie?
I do. I had a couple more. Oh, I wanted to know about the piranha. Had you ate that before? Have you eaten piranhas before? Do they taste similar to
So, first of all, I had
fish?
never eaten a piranha. I had never seen a piranha in real life. So that was a bucket list fish for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I wondered how they tasted.
That was really cool to touch it. It tasted good. Could have used a little bit of lemon pepper, but
oh my God.
It was good for good, it had nothing on it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Was there other fish? There was another fish in there. Were there? You said something.
Yeah, I think we caught a total different, like 4 species. They don't show all of that because the piranhas were probably like the moors, the fish that would get the most attention type. But there was one time where I was just like, oh my gosh, it was so hot and humid that day. It was hot, it was humid. I told my partner, like, hey, let's go jump in the water. And he's like, no, what the hell? Like, first of all, there's Cayman alligators, there's anacondas, and we know it's infested with piranhas. So I'm standing, and so I go to the water, I'm like, fine, I'll go. So I'm going and I look at it, and I'm just like, oh man. I was like, I'm so hot. So I literally just go in, and I dove in. And I just started going in the water, and I'm just swimming around. And then I guess I forgot for them. I was just having fun. I was acting like I was at the Cold River in New Braunfels. I was there all like a duck swimming and just kind of enjoying myself. And I finally
in the piranha water, Debbie.
Oh my gosh. She is swimming with the piranhas out there.
And then finally after that, I was like, okay, I'm cool with the water. So every single day, every morning after the howler monkeys would do their whole meeting. It was amazing, by the way. Like such a cool experience to hear them. But they would do this big old meeting. So after the howler monkeys, and I'm assuming it was about 7 in the morning. It was still really cold. I would get up every single morning. I would go down to the water and I would take myself a bath because I'm not cochina like that. And I would take myself a bath. And I was freezing my butt off. I would walk back up. I made my own comb. I would comb my hair. I made my own floss because I'm a dental hygienist,
Yeah.
So I flossed my teeth, and then I brushed my teeth. I made my own toothbrush out of a piece of a palm frond. And
I told you, Debbie.
Yeah.
And you saw the way I did my hair. I did my hair up.
We're like, she took a comb or something. She has a brush on her.
I sure did make a comb out of it was the spikes from a palm frond that I was there. And my naturally saw my
I think Debbie thought, she was like, Debbie was like, does she have a comb? Did you think she had a comb, Debbie?
I don't know. It was her hair. It looks like she combed her hair like the next day.
And the little jewel I have right here, I lost one.
That's what I was going to ask you about. Did you lose that? Because at one point it looked like
it belongs to the jungle now.
I knew it. It was in my notes.
I lost it. And then,
Oh my
and also just so you know, I do have my eyeliner. It's tattooed. I didn't put on no eyeliner. And when I went in, okay, so originally when we were going in, I don't know why I thought we were going to have some type of like interview or something. I didn't know that like this was it. Like we're going in. So I had the wrong, like I was dressed up like I was going to have an interview, not to go into the jungle. That wasn't the outfit I took.
Oh,
and then
wow.
the makeup done. Well, the red shirt you see me wear, I'm going to give you a little secret. It was a onesie. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so horrible. I was like, this isn't what I was going to wear to the jungle. Like,
that's why you went behind the truck. You went behind the truck and went, Papa.
Be down there buttering the buttons. I was like, this is so embarrassing.
I knew it. I was like, there's a reason why she went behind the truck. I was like, I knew it.
So embarrassing. Yeah, I had a freaking onesie on or a whole one piece or whatever.
That's hilarious.
They tell you nothing. When they say like you don't know nothing that's going on. When you go in to meet your partner, you literally have never seen this person a day in your life.
You made it. So that's all that matters. That your bad A made it. Latina in the house. It's a win for all of us.
Yeah.
But I do have some serious things I want to talk to you about. Do you have anything else, Debbie?
Yes.
Okay. Go.
Let me go again? Okay. I wanted, I forget what it's called. The little dragon thing that kept running around. I thought, what is that? I thought you guys were going to catch it.
So let me tell you this. Those things are aggressive, I found out after. If I would have been caught, so they didn't show that I went running after that thing. I went running after it.
Did you?
Everything. I went running after it. And they didn't show that part. But I'll tell you, if I would have caught that thing, I would have lost a finger. Probably. Because, you know, somebody didn't know how to share. And
and they're fast. It looked like it was fast.
Remember, he's like, didn't you run out? Why didn't you run after? I was like, it was fast.
They're fast.
It was fast.
Yeah, and
but then when
he's seen it,
later on, he's like,
yeah, I've seen that. All right, well, I was just wondering about that.
Yeah. So I've owned a huge iguana in the past, and
you have a snake.
They have razor sharp teeth. It bit my ex-husband.
And you have a snake also, right?
I have 2 pythons right now. I have a pet black widow. I have apparently a pet rat now. His name's Eddie. My snake didn't eat him, so now his name's Eddie Munchies or Nibble. Oh, Eddie Nibbles.
Eddie Nibbles.
I have a pet pig that lives inside with me. I have some dogs. I have a cat. I have a guinea pig.
Dang, girl. Well, with you having all that, this is not what I was going to ask you, but did you feel bad about killing the bees? Because some people are complaining about it.
Okay, let me tell you this about the bees. First of all, I did feel bad. Second of all, we were freaking hungry. All those bees, just so you know, I put them in a pot and we ate them. I cooked them. It wasn't just,
did you really?
They didn't show that. We ate those bees. I left there with still some stingers stuck to the roof of my mouth. And let me tell you, there was a lot of beehives elsewhere. They were high in the trees. It wasn't going to be the end of the world. That's not the last bees left on Earth.
Yeah.
Right.
They weren't the last
I was wondering about that.
I can probably go to my backyard and find you a nice little hive.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Okay, so time to get serious.
It was extinct or it was that big of a deal. But you know what?
Right.
Honestly, it was, we ate the honeycomb from it, we ate the larvae, and we ate the bees. I got the bees themselves. I cut off the little stingers. Apparently, I didn't do it on all of them. But I cut off the little stingers, and we ate those. So
yeah, Debbie, I don't know if Debbie knew, but they were mad. People were mad, Debbie, that they killed the bees.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they were mad, but they don't understand that when you're surviving, you do what you have to do to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree with you.
I only lost 8 pounds. Like
I know you ate, girl.
I've seen that too.
So,
I was like,
they didn't show all the fish that we actually caught.
Yeah,
but
no, because you only lost 8 and he only lost 10, so it was obvious. I kept telling people to read in between the lines because y'all were eating, y'all were thriving, but they didn't show it.
So let me tell you, when he ditched me in the field and I was trying to get that palm. First of all, he was being a jerk. I was like, I need your knife. We need to come get this. And he's worried about freaking getting palm fronds so he can make his bed. And I'm like, dude, we don't need to bed. We need food. Right? And he's like, here, if you want the knife, you got to come get it. And he's like all the way across the field. And I'm like, I had to go over there and get the knife. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And I'm like, dude, if we get the heart of the palm is like this big. We can eat it, and it has protein. We can save it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's something, if we don't even if we run out of food, we can still have the heart of the palm. But his priority, for some reason, was let me get something to make bedding. But right now, we don't have fire, we don't have food, and that's not a priority.
Well, that's because he's bougie, because he's used to all that high-end tech gear, and he needed something soft for his bottom because he's bougie.
When I go hunting, and I've hunted just literally staying out there on the floor, just on my stomach, where my bottled waters will freeze. And I'm out there with like pretty much nothing. Sometimes I spend the night in the blind, so I can do the night hunt and the morning hunt. And even if it's been pouring cold and freezing, and I'm still there with my deer in the tree, and I'm skinning it, and I'm getting it, because in my mind, like, this is meals for the next month or two. We had a freeze here in San Antonio recently. Yes. And during that freeze, let me tell you, people are like, oh, all the meat's going in. First of all, there's free meat running everywhere. You know?
Moving.
I cooked alligator gar. I cooked some aoudad. I cooked some deer. I cooked all kinds of stuff during that time, and I'm like, anybody needs some meat, y'all come get some. Because I got some.
Yeah. That's because you're smart. Good. They don't, but this is the deal. I want you to concentrate on this, okay? Because I want to know your feelings. Why do you think, this is serious, why do you think they didn't show all of your badass? And why do you think they didn't show all of his being an ass? And I'm not afraid to say that he was an ass.
I think that they didn't want the world to necessarily hate him, which I don't want that. I don't want anybody to hate him. You know, he's the way he is for his own reasons. I'm not trying to be ugly with him. Mm-hmm. And in the end, you know what? We were able to make it through together because of each other. Because we were able to come together and work as a team. So I don't think that they necessarily wanted, you know, the world to hate him. And maybe they didn't show some of my things because, you know, people got things to say. You know, there's always somebody that has something to say. And you know what?
Exactly.
I know what I do. I don't just go kill something for no reason. Everything that I kill, I eat. That animal did not take that hook and die. I know I trust me, I tied that thing on there really good. And if it would have happened, I would have felt remorse for it. Every time I kill an animal, I feel remorse for it. The bees, like I said, that wasn't the last beehive on Earth. There's a lot of beehives, and those bees, yes, we ate them. They didn't just go to waste. I went and got them all, and I cooked them, and I was like, this is going to be all protein right now.
Well, I think that the reason why they didn't make him look as bad, because I don't think Patrick minds. I think Patrick knows that he's an ass. He knows that's the way he lives, and I don't think he minds it. But the reason why I think they showed it that way is because I think they're going to have him back. And they don't want to show what a big ass he is because there's going to be conflict maybe on his next show. So people don't know that he's such an ass, as big of an ass that you didn't even want to share his knife. And they're going to put him with a man. They're going to put him with a man partner, and they're going to let him duke it out and hope they duke it out. What do you think about my theory?
I think that would be awesome. Oh. You know, I think that I'm a very understanding person. And I think if he was teamed up with anybody else, they would not have been. I can take a lot to a certain point. You know, if he's with the wrong person, it's over. Like,
I'm thinking it's a long con. In my podcast post, I did a little tease, and I said the hint was Lie to Me, episode so-and-so. And it's called The Long Con because I think they're planning something out with him again. I think he might be on a challenge right now with another man. And that's what I think. And I think you got shown a little bit in the bad light because they want to make him seem kind of strong, but not too big of an ass. And that's my theory. I think we're going to see him in the future with somebody else. And I think they're hoping that they're going to butt heads because they know what a big ass he can be.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What do you think? You think that's possible?
That sounds plausible. It does. It sounds like something that may happen.
And I think that you got a little bit, and so you got the short end of the stick because they didn't want to show all the conflict. They didn't want to show everything because they're saving it to build it up for later. Because you know how they like to bring people back. And so I think you got the short end of the stick a little bit. So yeah, I think they're going to bring you back too. I hope they do. You're ready, right?
For real.
Oh, yeah.
And
like I said, I think was born for stuff like this.
And they contacted you. They contacted you.
Did.
You didn't even apply.
I never applied. Patrick did apply.
Wow.
I never applied.
So they already knew you were probably a good fit then.
I guess so.
When they paired you.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was fake. I could swear I was being sent somewhere and they were about to harvest my organs.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, shit.
Is this real?
You know how many times in my life I have to tell myself, like, oh shit, Mal, what the hell did you get yourself into?
I believe you. I believe you. I love your personality. I cannot believe you held back as much as you did. And I know that they didn't show all of it. I knew it, and I think that's part of the conspiracy, but I still think that you came off looking very strong, very good. There were some things about the fishing that I was going to judge you on a little bit.
Judge me, girl, judge me. I want to hear it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you, because I'm going to shock you. Because you know good and well you put that little fish on there and you were trying to get a big fish. But you know that hook and line was too small to catch a big fish. And I guess the reason why you didn't cut it was because you didn't have a knife.
Let me tell you this. I have caught huge alligator guards on tiny little trebles. Just so you know.
Really?
Yes, but they're little alligator guards, but bass.
No.
You have to have a bigger fish.
I'm talking about 4 or 5 foot fish.
So you were oh my God! So you were taking a shot. You were taking a shot.
Yeah, I was. I don't know those fish out there, but I know what I can do here, and I know I can do quite a bit on a small hook.
What's your biggest regret?
My biggest regret is not catching real meat.
Yeah.
That's my biggest
Well, you weren't
regret.
set up to do it.
Like I said, if I had a knife, things would have been different. If I had a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand
He
that.
had a knife, but we didn't have a knife. That was a different.
Do you think it had anything to do with that with it being EJ's knife?
I'm not going to say too much about that, but...
Okay.
No comment.
I'm spilling the tea. I told you it was going to be controversial, y'all. And I mean, she's smart. And I mean, she's smart. She was dealt a bad hand and she still made it without losing her composure. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of women out there that would have lost her composure. So I give 5 stars to Malorie. What do you think, Debbie? 5 stars?
I do.
Yeah.
I knew right when there was conflict right away, and I was like, oh, and you had said, I don't like being told what to do. And I was like, thank you.
Let me tell you this.
There you go. I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So,
yeah.
I did not cry through the episode. I never cried. But there was this one time, right? So right before I went in, I'm not going to lie, I went and got LASIK eye surgery because I was like, shit, I don't want to deal with contacts and glasses in there. That's just going to be another, like, how am I going to clean it? Like, my skin or what? Like,
yeah, that would have been tough.
And I was like, what am I going to do? I went and I got LASIK eye surgery literally a couple of days before I left.
Wow.
And so I didn't have the drops. You know, you're supposed to have drops, this and that, which I'm not going to lie was the absolute best decision I made.
Well, give them a shout out. Who was it that did your eyes?
It was Packhurst Vision laser LASIK eye surgery.
All right, and they hooked you up. They did a good job, and it changed your life.
Job. I wake up every day not having. So before, like if you're standing maybe 3 feet away from me, I couldn't even make out your face. But now, I wake up and I see everything. So,
wow.
Sweet.
But when I was in there was one time where I'm laying there, and I'm kind of in my feels thinking about my family, but I was not crying. But the smoke was in my eye from the fire, and they're still a little sensitive. And all of a sudden, they just start cheering up, and I see them with the camera. They're like kind of zooming in on me, and you're not supposed to talk to them. So and I'm like, oh, and after I was thinking, they better not make it look like I was in my field.
Yeah, they better not.
They look like a wussy. No, I'm just saying.
Well, you were not a wussy.
I did get a little choked up when we finally finished, and I saw that boat because that extraction was freaking hell.
Why didn't you make shoes?
It looks rough.
Half of it. They didn't even show. We had to swim through the rivers, like across the rivers with all the. It was just like across, and that was wasting so many calories. We had not eaten. There was times when we were going through that extraction where I even had to just put my head on my stick and because everything started looking like black, and I'm like, you had better snap out of this, Malorie, because you're not getting tapped out, medically tapped out during extraction.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And that's one of the longer ones I've seen. 6 miles.
It was
sometimes I've seen like 3 or 4.
They interviewed
6 miles.
Yeah, they interviewed me right afterwards. I could barely stand.
Oh,
it was hard. So when I saw that coming, I was like, gather yourself, gather yourself.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. Oh my God. I cry, but I'm a big baby. I cry all the time. I'm cheaply. But is there anything else that you want to promote or anything else that's coming up in the future? Just what do you want from this? Like, tell us what you want to promote something or?
So the only thing I want to promote is all of those who have been with me even before this, my True Outdoorsman crew, my girls. Oh my gosh. My girls. I've, since middle school, they've all stood by my side, and along the way, I've met a couple of other amazing women. I have a lot of amazing women that support me, and I support them. It's good to have that.
Yeah. All week.
That lifts you up.
All week, you look like you had a great support system.
Yes, and then of course, the people who sponsor me, I have the people who send me the weights, Mark Granger. And then I have Bear Marine Bait and Tackle. They're here in San Antonio. They sponsor my tackle as well as my tournament fees.
Oh yes.
And apparel. Nice. So just all those who have supported me, my fishing crew, the Sucker Free Fishing. We do the tournaments together. We get out there. We put in the work. So just all of them. I would love to do a shout out to my family, my friends, and my kids who have been there for me, who have never judged me, and have just cheered me along the way.
Yes.
They're my encouragement. They're my strength.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I mean, it's so great that you have a support system, and I hope that we learn something, because I learned something that, we have to respect women, and sometimes I even forget, we judge people's bodies, but, it's about the support system. We can have fun, 100%. But we got to remember that y'all are real people.
Lift each other up.
Yes, lift each other up.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you do something stupid on Naked and Afraid, though, I'm still gonna call you out.
Call me out. I want to be called out. I did do some stupid shit. They didn't even freaking put it.
What? Tell me one.
I made a cheer. I sure did make a cheer. I was trying to boost our morale. I made a cheer, and in the end, I used some pom-poms as my pom-poms, and made a cheer. And butt ass naked, I did a full cartwheel and everything. And then
we want to see that.
I want to see that.
I can get the deleted scenes, because that would be. And another thing I did, I've never been to the jungle before, so I was like, I wonder if it's true, like, how you see Tarzan and Jane just swinging from the vines. So I did swing from the vines.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I cannot believe they didn't show that. They need to get you. My shirts come down. I really wish that they would have shown that. I wish they would have shown so much more, but maybe they're not showing it because they're going to see you on another episode.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, I did show some of my silly side. Like I said, Patrick and I went through a time where we were getting along really well. We were actually working together really well. So I decided to make us a cheer, And like I said, I got into it. I had my little jungle jewelry I made, and my little skirt, and I had my little skirt. So.
Good idea.
Well, we're so happy that you were the first female on our show. We're so happy that you have taught us something, and I really do support you. I love seeing you out there, not just because you're Latina, not just because you're a single mother, not just because that you are wild and crazy and a baddie. It's all of it, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Latinas in the house. We got to come with a cheer. Yes, I'm telling you, Debbie's sister lives in San Antonio. So next time we come down, we're going to have to meet up and have some margaritas or some those eggies or something, some cerveza, and have a party.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
I'm ready too. Well, thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate your support, girls.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.